Well, hey, and welcome to another episode of Beatles Dustino coming at you again today with yet another video. And we're going to do a little Beatles vinyl collection update video. So I was doing my complete Ringo Starr vinyl collection, and I said this is a growing collection, is always growing. Well, usually when I say something like that, I tend to go out and start finding some of those missing pieces, and I've got a few here. And I got a few from both George and Paul, too. So, all right, so a little update here. And before we get started with that, let's see the intro. So yeah, I recently showed my entire Paul McCartney vinyl collection, my entire George or John vinyl collection. I did the Beatles too, and I have done George, but not quite in this format. So I'm probably going to redo his eventually. And I just kind of, my collection's always growing. I think everybody's is always growing, no matter how big they or small they are. Mine's fairly small compared to most people, but my CD stack is pretty good, but my vinyl stack is needing some work yet. And I wanted to get a few Ringo ones, and I got looking, and I was a little surprised on a few that I found weren't that expensive that I'm kind of missing, or just fun colored versions of it, and I picked those up recently. So let's take a look at those. And then I also got a George and a Paul that I've been really looking at, and I surprised myself on another Paul one, so you'll see that at the end. And that'll be a fun unboxing too, so stay tuned for that. We got to go back in time a little bit on that one. So, but anyways, let's get started here. And my first one I got, I don't have a vintage copy of this yet, and I saw that there were some cool colored versions of it that recently got released, and I wanted to pick one of those up, especially when I saw that the prices weren't too terrible on them. But that's Bad Boy, and I think I can find a decent price vintage one on this too. And I've still got it kind of in the wrapper here. It was a really interesting package. This is a Friday Music, I believe, does this. And it's a vinyl pressing HQ180 RTI Record Technology, Registered Trademark Record Technology Inc. Premium vinyl pressing, as you can see on the hype sticker there. Now, this is kind of weird, though, because there was a little perforated edge here that you could tear that off. And I got kind of feeling this is a pretty nice little... I don't know if it's the best to store it in, but it kind of works if you put it this way as a sleeve for it. So that's what I've been storing it in so far. But I'll give you a look here at the cover with the wrapper off there. I don't want to say shrink wrap. That wasn't really shrink wrap. But there's the spine and the back here. Bad Boy originally came out on, looks like April 21st, 1978 in the UK, and June 16th, 1978 in the US, so quite a difference on the release. This particular version was released in September of 2017. There was a few options that you could get. I think there was a orange and a blue translucent, and then this one. This one is the cool one, I think. Not that those other ones are bad, but it is a gatefold, so there we go with that. Let's see, I'm going to hold the spine here just a little more. I usually go so quick on the spines, but there's kind of a unique spine on this one. And then there is an insert, and it's kind of just like a little mini poster. I'm assuming this is what the inner sleeve had, but it's just white on the back. It's not an inner sleeve. It did come with its own unique inner sleeve, and there we go. It says, I hope this is not the bad poly, but it's kind of like a poly sleeve here. And I might be showing it to you backwards here. But as you can already kind of see, there is the vinyl, and it's this cool blue with black swirl in it. Blue translucent with black swirl. So it looks just awesome. When I saw that this was one of the options, I love translucent colored vinyl. I love colored vinyl. I especially love translucent colored vinyl. But whenever you add a swirl or like another color into it with a translucent on top of that, that is awesome. So you're going to be seeing this very soon on my record spinning. That's kind of on my little shorts I'm doing. They've been fairly popular. I mean, not like crazy break the internet popular, but they've been doing well. Just kind of fun showing how, different colored vinyl looks like spinning. And that's part of why I've been wanting to pick these up. But this is on the Portrait label. Friday Music is who did the reissue here. And yeah, just really cool. I'm glad to have this added in. So see, now the hype sticker kind of is on the wrong corner there. But that's what it looks like when I'm storing it now in the bag here. And then up next, this is one of the oldest vinyls I've purchased online. I tend to not buy used vinyl online, but this one, when I saw who was selling it, it's a shop I've been to. I was shocked on that. I was looking on Discogs and I saw the price and I went, that is not bad for that. I was expecting this to be a lot more. When I learned that there was this version, I found it through Electric Fetus, which is a shop I've actually been to. Everything I got from them was just top notch, top quality, decent price too, as this proved on Discogs here too. But yeah, when I saw it was Electric Fetus, I was like, yeah, I don't feel too worried buying this. Their description was really good on it, and it was one, once I learned about it, I thought I really want to get that, even though I tend not to get the older vinyl unless I'm looking at it in person. But it is the first Ringo Starr and his All-Starr Band, originally released on October 8th of 1990 in the UK and October 12th of 1990 in the US. This one is the US vinyl version, the only US vinyl version, and this is, up until recently, the only vinyl Ringo and his All-Starr Band release that's ever been out there. There was a different one in the UK. It had the different cover, or European UK, had kind of that different cover, that purpley color. It's the same picture, but just purple instead of the white in the background. You can see this has got an Obi strip here too. This is really cool, limited edition. I think that's the number of the release there too. I'm almost thinking it's like a serial number. So 1619 on that. I'm not positive. By Ryko Analog. Very cool. It does wrap all the way around. I'll show you here on the back here with it. And then I'm going to slide this off very carefully because I do not want to tear it. And interesting too, I saw on this, it's a sticker. That limited edition is a sticker. So I'm almost wondering if that got peeled off from the original shrink wrap. And I'm going to show you the sleeve again without that on it now. And you can see there is a little like discount or promo hole down there. I'll show you there. And then there's the spine and the back. And this is in absolutely fantastic condition. It looks like this came from out 1990. This looks like it's brand new. It's in such good condition. Even the record, when I show you that, I've been really happy with this find. But there's the gatefold. And like I said, Electric Fetus in Minneapolis, I've shopped there myself. I know them. Shocked to see that they were one that was selling this on Discogs, like an actual shop I've been to. And here is why I think it's so cool. As you can already see there, it is a colored vinyl kind of. It's supposed to be an audiophile type vinyl. It's in a sleeve here. I don't know if this is what it came with, but this is the only inner sleeve I got with it. From everything I saw, I think that is the correct inner sleeve. And it's on this cool Ryko label. And you can see now that it's out of the sleeve there, it's kind of like a Coke bottle clear. Kind of got that greenish tint to it. But yeah, there's side one and side two. It is a little thin, but that's to be expected from a 1990 record pressing here. But yeah, really kind of cool. I was really excited to find this. Really happy to add this to my collection, as there hasn't been a lot of Ringo and his All-Starr Band releases, and here we go, on vinyl. And speaking of not a lot of Ringo Starr and his All-Starr Band vinyl releases, his most recent one did get a vinyl release. It was a Black Friday Record Store Day release, which was also the day the album was officially released, so on CD and everything. The only way you get it on vinyl was go into the independent record store on Black Friday Record Store Day and getting it there. Otherwise, the CD, the DVDs, everything, Blu-ray, all released on that day too. Just happened to coincide with Ringo Starr Record Store Day, Ringo Starr Day Record Store Day. But there was another release about a year later. So this originally came out. This is Live at the Greek Theater 2019. Originally came out on that Record Store Day on November 25th, 2022. This version came out about a year later, almost to the day, November 24th, 2023. This was the first vinyl release, to the public. Not that it hasn't been released to the public through Record Store Day, but non-Record Store Day release. This is on BFD Records. I'll show you the front, the spine, and the back. And notice there is a little difference here on the back. A little star down in the corner. And that is a hand-numbered pressing on this here. And I've got number 247 of 2000. And that's handwritten on there. The 2000, 2LP, 2000, all of that's printed. The 0247 was handwritten on there. I did not know that going into this. I saw Press to Play. I keep shouting him out on this because he really does. He's kind of like me, you know, just showing his collection and that's really cool. And he had showed this already, and that's the reason why I bought this, because it looks so cool. I'm like, do I really need another pressing of this? But this pressing is far better than the Record Store Day release, which you would think would be the one they'd go all out on, trying to make those so unique and exclusive. This is far better. The Record Store Day one is not hand numbered. It's not, you know, that. And when you see the vinyl, you're going to see why I think this is so impressive. I'm going to show you the sleeves though first. There is the first one. So everything, aside from what I've shown you so far, is pretty much the same. Just, you know, this is hand numbered instead of not, but the sleeves are all the same. The cover's the same aside from that on the back. As I'm struggling to get the other sleeve out here. There we go. As you can see, I've already got the records in their own inner sleeves. I try not to keep them in these, and they were very hard to get out. I think Press to Play had a hard time on that too, if I remember correct. The static was so hard in there, you almost were ripping the sleeves getting it out. So if you do get this, be very careful. But Amazon still got it available. It's about $40. So if you think this is as cool as I thought it was when Press to Play showed it, I'm going to show you that number one more time, because I don't remember if he showed that. That is so cool. I was shocked when I got my copy and saw that it was hand numbered. The coolest part is the vinyl. It's a 2-disc set, and this is a purple and yellow swirl. And look at how cool that is. How cool is that? That is just awesome. So there's side 1, disc 1 there, and there's side 2, and even better with the yellow. This one I think is probably the best side of them all. That's what I love about swirl vinyl too, is every side, every disc is going to be different. And one-to-one, you know, if you go watch, and I'm going to put it in the description below here, a link to his video. If you go watch Press to Plays, his looks so much different than mine. Mine looks so much different than his. They all look cool though. Just super cool. Let's look at disc 1 there, and now we'll look at disc 2, and I think disc 2 came out even better. Disc 1 is super cool, but disc 2 looks even better. Let's go side 3. There we go. A lot more in the yellow than the purple, but then we flip it to side 4. Ooh, look at all that purple coming out. That is so cool. So cool. And I love how they did kind of different colored labels on each side. So very cool on that. Show you one more time on that side. And I've got some other very cool looking vinyl coming up here too, so don't worry on that. Okay, so that's it for Ringo. We're on to George now. I'm going to do George next because I got only one of George, but I got 2 of Paul, so we want to hold Paul out for the last here. With George, I finally picked this up. This has been sitting at Budget Music here in Grand Forks for ages, and I've been coveting after it, and I don't know why I've been dragging my feet on it. Well, it's a compilation. That's probably part of it. It's sealed. It's still sealed, and I know some of you might cry, some of you might go, Beatle Dustino, what are you doing? I'm going to open this. This was originally released, and this is why you're probably going to really be crying and whatnot, but this was originally released. This is Best of Dark Horse, George Harrison, Best of Dark Horse, 1976 to 1989. And this was originally released in the U.S. on October 17th of 1989 and October 21st of 1989 in the U.K. And yeah, I found a sealed copy there. I've been looking at this every time I've been going in there for about the last year. It's been sitting there, and I've just been like, oh, do I really want to get that yet? Because I don't think that's that bad of a price. After I looked at Discogs and what sealed copies were going for, I don't think that's that bad of a price. So that kind of sold me on that. And it is a record club version. As you can see, there's no UPC there. It's a club version. But those were still going for pretty big prices sealed on Discogs. Now it is kind of warping here a little, which is part of why I want to open it. And let's see. All right. Ooh, that was tough to get. Trying to not damage anything. I want to try to keep the shrink on there though. If it's been on this long, however, it might be damaging it. So it might be worth taking off. But here's the inner sleeve. Actually, I think that would be the correct first side there. Side 1. First time ever exposed since 1989. Wow. I think he had a couple of copies of this sitting on the shelf there. And the guy, when I was buying it, did tell me that some of these do come out of the owner's personal collection. He is a big Beatles fan too. And he said he was very sure this was one out of his personal collection. So I'm assuming he had a few of them that he had set aside that he had sealed, and there he's out selling them at his record shop. So, and I think that record shop has been in town about since 1989, so if not longer. But let's take a look at that Dark Horse label on it. Wow, and that is super thin vinyl. I wasn't expecting anything less on that. But there we go on the Dark Horse label. There's side 1 and side 2. And yeah, that's thin, but very cool. Wow, that looks just great and absolutely perfect condition. Yeah, it's nice and flat. All right, this is going to be a nice record. Very excited about this. So that should do it for George there. So now we're on to Paul. And this one was also at budget, just sitting there sealed for all those years. This one, a little bit newer. This is Trippin' the Live Fantastic Highlights. And this would have came out the next year on November 2nd or 12th of 1990. This, again, I think is a club edition. And he had a couple of these sitting sealed on the shelves there, too, at Budget Music. And I think I got the last ones that are there right now. So I know I got at least one viewer that does shop at Budget. So sorry, man, I got the last ones. I'm assuming you got the other ones that were sitting there because I've seen those kind of slowly disappearing. This one was a little more dear than the George Harrison one, but not much. I still don't think that's terrible. I think this is pretty right on for the price on this one. And this, I believe, is also a club edition. I think that's the only way that this got released on vinyl, actually, when I think about it, the highlights version of Trippin' the Live Fantastic. And I don't have the main Trippin' the Live Fantastic on vinyl yet, so this will be kind of my, as I did with the CD, I suppose, when I was buying the club stuff. This will be kind of my first version of the vinyl, too. So eventually I'll get the full album here. But yes, now I got this one on sealed, too. And probably quite a few fans out there crying. Here is the inner sleeve, the one side there with the, say, some quotes on that from Paul, not track listing or anything. And then the Screaming Fans on side 2 there. And let's take a look at the label on this. And yeah, there's side 1. Trippin' the Live Fantastic custom label, the highlights. And of course, this one does feature not on the main Trippin' the Live Fantastic, only on the highlights, and not on the US highlights CD. The vinyl's got it though. Where is it at? Is it on side 1 or side 2? All My Trials. There we go. There, I'll hold side 1 again. So that's only on the highlights on the vinyl. I believe the European CD does feature it. And I think it was released on a single, too, I believe. So not that this is the only place you'll find it, but on the full LP, the only place you'll find it. Now, moving on to Paul, and who remembers this release? I only got the one. I only got the one to start out, and I told myself that was the only one I was going to get. Well, I had a little spare money, and like I said, I've been doing those record spinning shorts, and I've been having a lot of fun with that. And I especially love seeing cool colored vinyl spinning on that, especially like different multicolored colored vinyl, which is what McCartney III 3x3 is all about. This is my first one. I know I'm kind of just showing it to you again. I'm going to show you just the insert, not the poster. Yeah, so this one would have came with this insert, which kind of had the track listing, and then this kind of designed sketch of Paul for what McCartney III would look like. And then the inner sleeve there, pretty standard. But this one is the Romanian flag one, as everybody jokingly calls this one. I have done this on the record spinning one. I think this was one of the first record spinning vinyls I did. But very cool. I've been very happy with this, but all 3 of these designs were so cool. I know it's not an album we asked for or a release that we asked for. I mean, how cool is that? If you're a colored vinyl fan, how cool is that? And there's 2 other ones that are equally as cool, if one of them maybe not that much cooler. I couldn't wait to open this. I've had it for a while. Let's go back in time. We'll do a little diddle-doo, 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 and see past Beatle Dustino. Diddle-doo, diddle-doo, diddle-doo. Well, hey, future Beatle Dustino, it's past Beatle Dustino here. And yeah, we can wait on opening up those other ones, but this one we couldn't wait to open, as I've got those other ones sitting here already, still sealed. This one is still sealed at this moment, but not opened yet, and I am anxiously waiting to see which copy we got. So let's find out. I'm really shocked I ordered another one. But as I've been making those record spinning vinyl shorts, I've been thinking, how fun would it be to have any of the other McCartney 3x3 editions? The one McCartney release nobody asked for. And I'm going to try my best not to look at the other stuff and just get out the sleeve here. And which one did I get? Please don't be the room. Oh, am I excited? Oh, am I excited? Oh my gosh, and it looks so good. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is going to be cool. Oh, this is awesome. I got the splatter one. This is the one that I wanted the most. The other one looks really cool too. None of them are bad. Don't get me wrong on that. This is just my absolute favorite of these. And that is so cool. I love the splatter on this one. It's almost a purpley. That is so cool. You can still see the bright red coming out there, but this is just, oh wow. This is going to look great on one of those shorts, and you're going to be seeing it here very soon. But anyways, back to you. Well, no, let's see what else is in here. Let's see what else is in here, and then we'll get back to you in the future there. Yeah, we'll look at it harder there too, maybe. But I want to see everything else. Why not? We got it freshly open. Let's make sure everything is right in there. All right. So yes, each of these did come with their own special little insert here with the handwritten lyrics, and this is the one with the splatter. So, and then they each came with the same poster, but just with the concept artwork of the album cover. So there we go. Very cool. Wow, am I excited. I was so thinking I was going to get the other one. So now do I take the gamble and try to get the other one yet? Because I only need the one more. Oh, I am so excited. And then, yeah, the inside here has got the artwork in there. Very cool. Man, is he going to shoot that over to me or what? Oh. He did shoot it over to me. Oh, man, sorry about that. So, yes, Past Beatles was so excited on which one he got. He couldn't even shoot it back over to me, correct? So let's take a look at this one more time. So, of course, we did get the swirl one. So that's the insert that comes with it. This time I'll show you the poster. I know he just showed it too, but we'll just take a look at it again. One more time there on that. And I'll try to show you the inside of it here just a little better. So you can see it's got all the design artwork on the inside. This is really kind of a cool sleeve on this. I love the update that they did to, this is kind of the front on the originals. They put that on the back, and then they got, which this was kind of one of the back photos, switches to the front with the McCartney on there. Very cool. Very cool update to the sleeve itself. And then the inner sleeve, and one more time on this, as this is just way too cool. Of course, McCartney III did come out on December 18th of 2020, made in Rockdown, of course. How cool is that, man? That is just so cool. I'm so happy to get this, and Past Beatles, was extremely happy to get this too. I do really want to get the pie one. I think the pie one looks fantastic too. I think this one's probably the best. Oh, I saw there's a little strand of vinyl hanging out there. Couldn't see that now that I got under the good light there. Wow. All right. This one's probably the best one. I think the Romanian flag might be the lowest one, but I mean, it's so close. It's so close. The pie one, I think, is the next best. So I am missing that one yet. I don't know if I'm going to take the risk and try to buy another one through Paul's website. I don't know. I almost feel like, did they know? Okay, he's already ordered one, and somehow I think they've got it in separate stacks. I think they know what they're sending out. I think they kept them in separate stacks. So they know this is the Romanian flag, this is the pie, this is the swirl. So maybe if I do another order, maybe they'll go, okay, well, this dude's already ordered from us. Now he's got another one. Okay, well, he's missing this one now, so let's get him that one. I don't know if I'm onto something there. I think they, limited how many you could buy. I think it was 2 or 3. I think in the U.S. it was 3, but in other parts of the world it was 2. I really think they had to have separated out the pile as it was coming off the pressing plant. They knew which one was coming off the pressing plant at which time. So, they just know pile that here, pile that there. But as it's been almost a year now, getting on a year, at least over half a year, maybe the piles got a little messed up too, though. So who knows? But I really was happy to get this one. This is the one I wanted the most. So the fact that my second attempt on it, this is the one that I got. But you know, I feel like they just messed with you if you bought them all at once. So if you got all three that you were allotted, that they would send you three of the same. Because I saw that on plenty of other people unboxing these. So I think that was kind of smart. I maybe waited out. I really was not going to buy another one of these, but I just wanted this so bad the more I sat thinking about it. And now I'm only one away from the completion there. So I'm going to try to seek out the Pi one somehow. In some form, I'm going to try to find it. I don't know if I'm going to risk getting it from Paul's site. It seems like they're selling for about $50 on Discogs on any one of them. So that's about what you're paying getting it from Paul with the shipping, just if that's all you get. So I don't know. I'll see what I do. I'll see. Might be worth just getting it straight out and knowing which one I get. So yeah, anyways, that is my Beatles vinyl collection update. All but John got included in that. But John's got a lot of attention lately with Mind Games. So I guess my Mind Games LP is kind of my latest on that. So, but anyways, I'm going to get wrapping up as I don't want to make this too much longer. I've been so excited to show this because there's some very cool releases in there. And I was very excited to get those open after, what, holy cow, man, 1989 and 1990. So that's 34, 35 years old records. Wow. And yeah, I opened them up. I'm crazy, aren't I? That value that they were at now really shot down. But anyways, I'm going to get totally wrapping up. Before I do that, though, I do want to thank all my subscribers and thanks to any new subscribers. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And do hit the notification bell so you know when I got new videos coming out. Also, please give the video a like. It really does help out the channel. And like I always say, if you've stuck around to this point, you must like it. So please give it a like and do leave a comment. I love having a discussion with everybody. Let me know your thoughts on these releases. Do you have any of them? Do you want to get any of them? Most of these are out there if you look for them pretty easily. And still sealed on those ones, the George Harrison and the Trippin' Life Fantastic. When I did check Discogs just to kind of see what the prices were going, there was several options on that still sealed. So there we go. Now there's one less of each of those now, thanks to me on that. But I want to listen to them. I don't want to just let them sit in the plastic and disintegrate it over time. Oh, what was I trying to say there? Disintegrate? Wow, what word is that? Anyways, before I get too goofy, I'm gonna get signing out. I'm Beetle Dustino, signing out. One more time, I want to look at this.